hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Quickly to the air is Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. So, see... They know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to put
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Squeeze, get in there.
3rd and long. It's Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Ready?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Shot, 17. Blue strikers. Red strikers.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A gain there of 21 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Fury, yellow.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, he bowls over him. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, When a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Pilot 64, weak.
Ball again on second down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. They'll hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Now it's Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 53 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 73 yards.
First and goal, Minnesota.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
2 and now, third and goal. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way,
you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 27, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
The Jets hit 10-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Patrick Jones from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Hall. And good vision there. He's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll run. It's Hall. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Here's Wilson to throw. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Squeeze, get in there.
Throwing is Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action, it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here we go.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Striker, 3-3. Black shot. Six, mega. Ready.
On play action, here's Tua.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Striker.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
On the double.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Go blue. Field flat.
Play action, now it's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check nigga. Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
To his throw, pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Come on, back.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal.
17. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch out now. 52. Ready?
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's his 11th touchdown on the ground, number 14 overall. And the Vikings stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on fourth down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play. And boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Pilot 64. Weak.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Hall again on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
The Jets on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Quinnen Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
H3-2-18, chopper.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ready, set.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I said it, let's go. Move. Charlie. Yep. Buzz.
Here's Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again, Wilson. That's going to be caught.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jets take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ready. 10 cycles. Red, yellow.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing on 2nd down. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. This pass out wide to Hall. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard.
And now here is another interception. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but